This game of Commander is brought to you by Maze's End. Winning with this card would be amazing. Welcome to a game of Commander featuring myself playing Doran the Siege Tower versus Cromat, just Cromat. I go first with an opening hand of land tax, Sunpetal Grove, Forest, Murmuring Bosk, Plains, Temple Garden, Skin Shifter. Kyle keeps an opening hand of Urban Evolution, Sun Titan, Solemn Simulacrum, Sylvan Caryatid, Wooded Foothills, Liliana Vess, and Maze's End. I start by playing Murmuring Bosk. Kyle plays Maze's End. I play Sunpetal Grove and cast Skin Shifter. Kyle sacks Wooded Foothills, paying a total of 3 life when Temple Garden enters the battlefield. Kyle casts Sylvan Caryatid. I play Forest and cast Doran, taking 1 damage from the Bosk. Kyle pays 2 life with Watery Grave and casts Solemn Simulacrum, putting a Plains onto the battlefield when it enters. I play Plains and cast Shield of the Oversoul on Doran, attacking with both creatures. Kyle blocks Skin Shifter with the Solemn Simulacrum, and in response I turn it into a Rhino. Kyle takes a total of 9 damage, 7 commander, and draws a card from the robot when it dies. Kyle plays the first of his Guild Gates with Azorius Guild Gate, and then casts Liliana Vess, choosing to put a card on top of his library, Brahman's Library. I attack Kyle with both my creatures, before damage turn Skin Shifter into a plant, dealing Kyle 15 damage and another 7 commander. I cast Sylvan Library and land tax, and then play Temple Garden, hoping Kyle continues to hit his land drops. Kyle miracles Terminus during his draw step, oddly enough, and we put our creatures onto the bottom of our libraries. Kyle hits me with Liliana's +1, and I discard Bosk Banneret. Kyle casts Urban Evolution, drawing 3 cards and playing both Dimir Guildgate and Orzhov Guildgate. During my upkeep, I search for land with land tax, finding 1 of each basic land site. I draw 2 extra cards with Sylvan Library and pay 4 life to keep 1. I cast Sylvala, Explorer Returned, and Llanowar Elves. On his turn, Kyle activates Maze's End, putting Gruul Guildgate onto the battlefield, and then replays the Maze as his land for the turn. Kyle neg-2s Liliana, putting another card on top of his library. I land tax during my upkeep and find 3 more lands. I play Swamp and then attack Kyle with my Llanowar Elves and attack Liliana with Sylvala. Kyle casts Moment's Peace, fogging the battlefield. I cast Phyrexian Arena, paying 1 life with the Bosk. Kyle pluses Liliana and I discard a land. Kyle casts Pernicious Deed and activates it for 3, destroying all my stuff. Kyle plays Sacred Foundry, tapped, and passes. I cast Explore and then play Forest Plains. Kyle casts Wargate for 3, finding Eternal Witness, and also neg-2s Liliana, finding another card and putting it on top. Eternal Witness returns Wargate to his hand. On my turn, I play Swamp and then pass the turn. Kyle casts Doubling Season and then pluses Liliana. I discard a land. Kyle attacks me for 2 with Eternal Witness. On my turn, Kyle activates Maze's End, putting Izzet Guildgate onto his field. I cast Genesis Wave for 8, putting Windswept Heath, Verdant Catacombs, Scrubland, Forest, Golgari Rot Farm, Wickerbow Elder, Graveborn Muse, and Deadwood Treefolk onto the battlefield. Perfect 8 out of 8. Golgari Rot Farm bounces Plains, and Deadwood Treefolk returns Sylvala to my hand. I sack 2 sack lands, paying 2 life and putting 2 lands onto the battlefield. Kyle casts Sun Titan, returning Pernicious Deed to the battlefield, and then plays Steam Vents, paying 2 life. I pay a life and draw an extra card on my upkeep. I cast Timid Protector. In response, Kyle activates the deed for 4, and in response to that, I activate Wickerbow Elder to shoot Kyle's Doubling Season. I cast Decree of Pain, destroying 2 creatures and drawing 2 cards. I play Plains and then attack Liliana with Deadwood Treefolk, finally killing it. I cast Sylvala and then pass. Kyle casts Vraska, the Unseen, and then uses it to shoot Deadwood Treefolk. I return Graveborn Muse to my hand when it leaves the battlefield. Kyle casts Etched Oracle with a Sunburst of 4, and then replays Maze's End. I parlay, revealing Lignify, gaining me 1 life. I cast Verdloth, kick for 12, giving me a bunch of Saprolings. I play Sandstep Citadel. Kyle activates Maze's End and puts Selesnya Guildgate onto the battlefield. Replays the Maze and then casts Prophet of Krufix. Kyle passes and untaps on my turn. Kyle activates Maze's End again, putting Golgari Guildgate onto the battlefield. I go to my attack phase and Kyle flashes in Burnished Heart. I attack Kyle with Verdloth and all my Saprolings. Kyle flashes back Moment's Peace, again fogging the battlefield. I cast Lignify on Prophet of Krufix and then cast Graveborn Muse. Kyle sacks his Elk, putting Island Swamp onto the battlefield, and then casts Merciless Eviction, choosing to exile all creatures. I activate Sylvala, revealing Sapling of Kolfanor, and gain 1 life. Kyle replays Maze's End. I cast Indomitable Ancients and Sapling of Kolfanor, and then play and use Terramorphic Expanse. Kyle activates Maze's End to get Boros Guildgate, and then plays Maze as his land for the turn. Kyle then Wargates for 4, binding Rousarek, plussing it to untap Maze's End, and then activates the Maze again to find the final Guildgate, Rakdos Guildgate, and put it onto the battlefield, running the Maze and winning the game for Cromat.